To have the race here and to showcase South Africa, I think it's pretty incredible. It's such a special place with so much to offer.
First time I started doing rallies, I already thought, I was like, South Africa will be the perfect place for rallies.
We are a big motorsport country.
I hope we have the local advantage.
I'm really happy that I can be part of it. Yeah, it's just a great honor for us to host a round of the W2RC in South Africa.
Welcome to the South African Safari Rally, where the big beasts of Rally Raid are preparing for a very special week. It's a brand new event in a brand new country and everybody's excited. It all starts in Sun City on the fringes of the Pilanesberg National Park.
You couldn't get a better location to combine safari and racing. So Sun City was the perfect place to host it. South Africans are big motorsport fans, Dakar fans, so to have it right here on our doorstep is something amazing. We want to make South Africa shine across the world and made the world aware that South Africa is very welcoming and that we can host events of this magnitude. I've got goosebumps. We look at the stage and you look at who's coming and who's here. We've got WRC World Champions, we've got W2RC World Champions, we've got Dakar Champions. Anybody can win, and it's going to be tough for man and for machine, I'm going to show you.
I think it's going to be really tricky. I think the navigation is going to play a huge role, and looking forward to how the sand specialists enjoy the South African bushveld.
The tracks here are quite twisty and technical.
Each guy has to sort of grow with the terrain and learn as they go on.
Having as much fun as possible, full gas, and that's how you win the Safari Rally. And don't hit any animals, and you should be okay.
It's round 3 of the World Rally Raid Championship. Twists and turns guaranteed. The top bikers from KTM, Honda, Hero and Sherco are here to do battle on 2 wheels, and no question about the man to beat. Daniel Sanders has won 3 in a row, and the World Championship leader is keen to keep his hot streak going.
Absolutely, we want to keep the ball rolling, and so far feeling really good on the bike, and just want to start the race, get the prologue underway and get back into the rhythm as quick as we can.
Well, it certainly didn't take him long. Sanders sending out an ominous warning to his rivals as he posted the quickest time of the day, 7 minutes and 8.1 seconds. The times count in the FAM classes, but more importantly, they help set the starting order for tomorrow, and Sanders will have the #1 pick.
Nice, short and intense prologue as we expected here. They were saying a lot of bush and tight, sort of enduro style, so it was good to get the win, and a lot of off-track excursions, missing some braking points, trying to push the limit, so that's what we had to do here to get up the front.
Well, Chucky's closest rival in the World Championship is Honda's Tosha Schreiner, who also happened to be his closest rival in today's 9-kilometre prologue. The Spaniard made 3 or 4 mistakes himself, but only dropped 4 seconds on Sanders. The top 3 in the championship were the top 3 on the day, in Rally GP at least, Ricky Brabeck completing the podium. After several days of shakedown, scrutineering and safari, more on that in a moment, the American's happy to be up and running, though it wasn't easy on these slippery grass tracks. Ross Branch said the opener caught him out a little bit as he overshot a few turns. The world champion's practically on home soil, only a few hours from his native Botswana, and he's super proud to be here with the #1 plate. He was the best hero today, in 6th. Well, this is a big week for Bradley Cox, the only actual South African in the Rally GP class. As well as riding on home soil, he's making his debut as an official factory rider with Sherco, and it was a solid start, only 25 seconds off the pace. Mind out for that left turn though. Cox, the 11th quickest biker and 7th in Rally GP. Sanders picking up where he left off in Abu Dhabi. Adrian van Beveren was 4th, just a second behind Brabeck, and 3 ahead of KTM's Luciano Benavides. Rally 2's Tobias Ebster has also stepped up to the professional ranks, joining Branch and Nacho Cornejo on the hero team. The last-minute deal was made after Sebastian Bühler announced his retirement from the sport, and Ebster says it's a dream come true. He kicked off life as a pro by coming third in the prologue. Second in Rally 2 and fourth quickest of all bikers was Edgar Canet. At just 20 years of age, his future's bright and his future's orange. The Spaniard joined Red Bull KTM just before this year's Dakar. He's here to keep learning and improving, and he's off to an impressive start. But the fastest Rally 2 rider on the day was Michael Doherty. The South African says that lots of the terrain this week will be unfamiliar to him, but he was still the third fastest biker on the prologue, only 8 seconds down on Sanders. After dominating in Abu Dhabi, Iron Mike has laid down an early marker on home soil. Keep an eye on Rui Barbosa this week because the Chilean has real potential. He was fourth on the prologue, ahead of Sherco's Harit Noah. This is round 2 of the World Cup for quads, and it's the CF Moto Thunder Racing teammates Antanas Kanopkinas and Gaetan Martinez who topped the leaderboard after they completed a 1-2 in Abu Dhabi. Well, Frenchman Martinez was the quickest man out there today, beating Kanopkinas by all of 3 seconds. In between them was Poland's Marek Woj, who missed out by just a single second. Well, tight gaps indeed in the quads. Local rider Karin Thiessen was nearly 2 minutes back in fourth. A sunny day in South Africa, perfect for a bit of safari.
Thank you. Okay, welcome, sir. Thank you. Woo, made it.
Testing 1 2 1 2. Testing 1 2.
Guys, welcome aboard this Kalahari Ferrari driving train for.
So after 3 days, a strong one from the bachelor head will just go and challenge the one in the breeding head.
One male will be responsible for all of those females. And he make all of them pregnant? What a guy, that is his job. What a dude.
Well, certainly an educational outing, and there was even time for a bit of show and tell.
Definitely are. Oh. Now you're going to hold something. It's just grass.
It's grass. I came out of someone's butt. Here I am, holding elephant poo. Tobias!
The Pilanesberg National Park is home to some of nature's most majestic creatures, and our intrepid explorers were on their trail.
Hey, Roger, where you at? I'm Roger. Hey, it's right there.
That's some way to start a rally raid. Nasser al-Attiyah is undoubtedly the king of the savannah on 4 wheels, but the World Championship leader is up against enemies foreign and domestic this week.
If you see the entry list is really a lot, but it will be difficult, you know, for everyone.
And you don't want to share because you've been the world champion every year.
I try, you know, this is not easy, you know, to win 3 times world champion, now to defend again, and we are leading, and this is not easy. I have a lot of pressure, but I like.
While al-Attiyah had a solid prologue, his Dacia teammate Sebastian Loeb didn't get off to the best start. It has been a tough year for the French rally legend, with crashes at the Dakar and the Abu Dhabi Desert Challenge. Today, he lost 2.5 minutes after missing several junctions. Luckily, the times will be scrubbed overnight in the FIA classes, but Loeb will have to deal with a bit of traffic and no doubt quite a bit of dust in tomorrow's first stage. Well, Well, speaking of rally legends, this event marks a comeback for Carlos Sainz and Nani Roma, who haven't raced for the Ford M Sport team since the Dakar. Roma says that he has always loved discovering new places, and on his first ever competitive outing in South Africa, he was the highest ranked foreign driver, 5th place in the Ford Raptor. The home hopefuls ran riot today. 14 of the 36 ultimate drivers are South African, and they locked out the top 4. 4th quickest was Brian Baragwanath in his Century CR7T. He explained that with the grip improving as the day wore on, it was handy to have some cars in front of him. After coming agonisingly close to victory at the Dakar this year, Henk Lathaken is back in action on home soil. The South African has joined Toyota Gazoo Racing after many years with the team's South Africa wing, and despite overshooting the first corner, he didn't look too rusty in his first outing since January. 4 seconds down in 3rd. SV Racing have entered domestic drivers Guy Botterill and Saud Variawa under the Toyota Gazoo Racing banner, and it was almost a dream first day for them. They have a new beige livery that pays tribute to the safari culture in this part of the world, and Variawa originally snatched the stage win. However, a 1-minute penalty for a false start sent him tumbling down the standings. He ended up 33rd on a day of very fine margins. Well, that pushed his teammate Botterill up into 2nd place, and he only missed out on the win by a single second. He admitted that despite being South African, he doesn't really know this area, and the navigation in W2RC is very different to the National Championship, which uses open GPS and markings. SVR, though, are determined to get a car on the overall podium. The Prologue victory went to Gareth Woolridge in his brand new Ford Ranger Evo Plus. Racing's in the blood for Gareth. He's competing for his father's team, Neil Woolridge Motorsport, with his older brother Lance acting as team principal. He and co-driver Boyd Dreyer were South African Rally Raid champions in 2023, and they're off to the perfect start. 5 seconds separating the top 5. Guillaume de Mevius, Lucas Morais and Joao Ferreira were all in the top 10, with Sainz and al-Attiyah only 10 seconds down in 11th and 12th. Well, this is definitely not how you want to start a rally raid. A despondent Dania Akil looking on after finishing on 3 wheels through no fault of her own. Just 1.7 k's into the Prologue, her Taurus T3 Max lost its right rear wheel due to a faulty part. She and Stefan Duplay managed to slip-slide their way home, but they'll set off dead last tomorrow.
Look, honestly, I am very disappointed, but I am looking at the good side, which is that the Prologue times don't count. They are just for track position tomorrow. Yes, we will probably lose time in the dust, but we are still in the game. We are still racing.
Victory today went to their BBR teammate, Pau Navarro. There are only 7 challengers taking part in South Africa, but it's a strong field, featuring 3 of the top 5 from the Dakar. Navarro, who was 3rd in January, is looking to close the gap on the W2RC frontrunner Nicolas Cavigliasso. He took the win today by just 3 seconds. Adam Kush was 2nd fastest, followed by David Zile and Cavigliasso. Nasser's brother Khalifa al-Attiyah completed the top 5. In the SSVs, it's all about the scrap between Alexander Pinto and Enrico Gaspari, who, as soon as they jump out of the car, are good friends. The Portuguese driver currently leads the Italian by 11 points, and he made a strong start, winning the Prologue by 15 seconds. There was even a 1-2 for the Old Friends rally team, as Jose Nogueira finished in 2nd place. Portugal making it a 1-2-3 with Mario Franco in 3rd, ahead of Gaspari and Michele Chinotto. It all kicks off properly tomorrow with the first full stage. Don't miss it, and thanks for watching.